I'm Jake.
And I'm Marlin.
AKA Guy. Christine's a little busy at the moment, and with everything going on with the pandemic, it was like it's going to be a little hard for us to meet up and film, so for the time being, Guy's filling in. But I'm sure she wishes she could be here.
I'm sure she does.
It's so nice to get away from that ponytailed motherfucker.
Today we're going to be going a long ways back because my temporary co-host is an old person. So today we're going to be looking at the trailer for the 1935 version of Mutiny on the Bounty, starring Clark Gable, Charles Laughton, and Franchot Tone. You ever seen this film?
Yes, I have. Let's be clear, it does predate me.
Yes, but
Old though I may be.
I won't dwell upon it. Come upstairs.
Without further ado, let's watch. Romantic. So, how does that old-timey trailer make the 35 version of Mutiny on the Bounty look?
Well, I'm sure it made it sound very exciting. We wouldn't see anything like this. It's a little dated, you know, getting people excited. But in the 30s, it was for Depression time. And people were looking for escape. They didn't know it, but that's what they were, because even though it was Depression time, theater attendance went up.
They make it look like probably the most epic adventure film that had ever come out at the time.
It may have been for the time. So it was, even historically speaking, it was quite an outcome, and it was true.
They villainized Bligh and heroized Fletcher Christian more than some historical records and accounts show. But yeah, to have Clark Gable be the swashbuckling hero.
Yes, he was a swashbuckler with the best of them. He could do that very well. They used the words, I think, madcap and devil may care and all like that. If you read the novels, that was not what the crew was like. So
yeah, had a very more depressing outcome in real life. And this trailer has a really broad idea of what the word romantic is. I mean, there is a little romance, but it's only like a subplot in the actual film.
Yes and no. Plus it was 1935, and all of a sudden you're having European men falling in love with island women. And so that itself was probably in the back of people's minds.
I'm sick of bloody backs, bloody faces. Why are you doing your last command on this ship? We'll be men and get up we hang for it.
The characters, they show a brief few glimpses here. More of Fletcher Christian as the leader of the mutineers, and Clark Gable. This is one of the rare times he ever appeared without his trademark mustache. Mostly because Navy men in the British Navy at the time were not allowed to have facial hair.
At least not officers, yes.
But he was a good lead. His acting's a little loud and dramatic, but that was kind of the norm of the time.
I live to see you, all of you, hanging from the highest yard arm in the British fleet.
Charles Laughton, even though he's the villain, he kind of steals the show as Captain Bligh. Gives a really good performance. Like, you hate him, but at the same time, you kind of root for him to make it out alive when they're sent adrift.
Yes, that's true. And to have been loyal to Bligh and to go with him, that would be an act of courage on the part of those people.
I assume he has no name.
The voyage of the Bounty.
Both Clark Gable and Charles Laughton were nominated for Best Leading Actor for this film, and Franchot Tone, his performance was so good, they even nominated him for Best Leading Actor, simply because there was no other, the Best Supporting Actor category had not been invented yet. And as a result, 3 actors from the same movie were nominated for Best Lead, which caused a bit of a controversy and then is what led to the creation of Best Supporting Actor. A lot of money back then.
I thought it was interesting that in the trailer they talked to people about how many people involved, so on and so forth, and they named what it cost to make the movie. It just, so you got to see this. I mean, $2 million, big money, but you don't see that kind of.
The equivalent of a Michael Bay budget today.
Yeah, but the fact that they were doing it as part of the promotion of the movie, you don't see that today.
And I gotta say, for a trailer, like, there was a lot of reading in this trailer.
Yes, you see them pulling the book off the shelf and opening it up as the introduction to the trailers. Yes, it's kind of a dated piece for sure.
If you hadn't seen Mutiny on the Bounty, would this trailer make you want to see it?
I think in 1935 it would have.
Yeah.
Wouldn't particularly today.
It would seem weird doing this kind of trailer today.
Yeah.
But for the time, they made it look as grand and epic as possible. And probably no movie at the time had been done on that scale.
And those were not CGI ships.
Yeah, there was a few fake backdrops in the film, but they were real ships, and they put a lot of work into the islands and the dress for the natives. And fun fact to go out on before we move on to next week's trailer, Movita, who plays one of the island women, she would later be married, for a few years anyway, to Marlon Brando, who starred in the 1962 version of Mutiny on the Bounty.
And it just keeps on sailing, that movie, huh?
3,500 miles from a pot of coal. You're sending me to my doom, eh? Well, you're wrong, Christian.
See you next week.
Next week.